Hi guys and welcome to my YouTube channel. Hope. My name is Hope and my channel name is gonna be called Miss Leanne, and I'm really excited, and I will just be doing like general college stuff, like college content and all that stuff. I had a YouTube channel originally, but like mine got lost somewhere or whatever. So yeah, and sorry if this dress looks funny. I just kind of woke up and I just kind of like that. So, anyways, I'm gonna be doing a get to know me college edition since I am a college student, and this is currently my last year at the university that I'm going to. So yeah, let's get started. What made you choose IVCC? So yes, I am going to IVCC, or Illinois Valley Community College, and the reason I chose it was for a lot of reasons actually. The first one was from a teacher that I knew that she was really nice. A teacher, then I had like family and other friends I had went there and they said it was great and it was affordable and it was really nice, and I'm just very excited to, continue on. And after I go to IVCC, I am planning on going to Western Illinois University. And because, yeah. And I should probably tell you my major. I'm looking at the computer over here. I should probably just tell you guys my majors. So at IVCC, I am majoring in criminal justice, and I want to do it with a focus towards social justice. I was originally a business major at IVCC, but then I was like, that's not really like up my alley, so we decided to not do that anymore because I was not good at math because it involved a lot of math that I didn't think it would, and I am just honestly so bad at math, I cannot even. So I changed my major to criminal justice, and this like really started like I was getting like anxious and depressed when I had first moved in to my apartment on my own, and this is where I'm currently at, is my apartment. And when I moved in, I got really depressed and really bored, and I didn't really want to do business for the rest of my life because I didn't know what I was going to be able to do with it if I wasn't good at math. So, yeah. So, I chose criminal justice, and ever since I stuck with it and I never looked back. I chose criminal justice because I think it's just an amazing program. There's so many areas that you can go into. Like there's law, police officer, probation officer, criminal justice professor. I was going to do that, but I'm like I don't like to teach because I'm not like I like teaching, like I would never like shy away from it, but teaching just isn't my first choice. My first choice is to be a lawyer, and I would really like to be a lawyer and work with children. So do more like family law or children law if there's such. I don't know. I'm 20 years old and I don't know what the heck kind of law there is, but I'm really excited to see where next year at Western Illinois University will take me, which leads me on to what I'm majoring in Western Illinois University. Sorry, my cat's on here. I am majoring in political science in Western Illinois University, and I think I want a double major or a minor with either psychology or early childhood development because, like I said, I really want to do law and work with children in the future or people with disabilities. I don't really know yet. I would have to talk to my political advisor, but yeah. The second one, if you could major in any. Okay. If you could major in anything and be guaranteed a steady job after college, what would you pick? Like I said, I would do political science and law and just major in law. The third one, when you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? When I was a kid, I think my first like ever job, I had a lot. But like the first one that I remember choosing, I think was going to be a teacher because I genuinely like to work with kids, and then I was like, I hate kids, I hate this. And plus like I don't like speaking in front of people. How ironic. I'm going in a lot, but like I don't like being wrong, and I like being able to argue. I don't like being able to have to like tell facts. So, We're just going to skip the fourth one because what was a total freshman move? Wait, actually, we're not going to skip. Okay. What was a total freshman move you made when you began college? A total freshman move, I didn't really know like that meant, so I was going to skip it. I would say a total freshman move that I made was, I guess, learning how to manage my time more, if that's what it's asking. I definitely learned how to manage my time more, and I will definitely be doing a video on that really soon. So just stay tuned and hope for some more content. And number 5, would you have dinner with, who would you have dinner with if you could have any person living or dead? I would probably have dinner with, honestly, like anybody. I would choose Carrie Underwood. That's been my answer for pretty much everything. Carrie Underwood. She's just amazing. She seems really kind. She's very Christian, and I just love her music. I always have loved her music. What was your senior quote in high school? I think my senior quote was like something, because I'm in a wheelchair. So you can see I'm in a wheelchair. I'll give you a tour on that soon. So stay tuned for that. But I think my senior quote for high school was it had to be something like don't let your physical disability define who you are, because it's how, wait, I can't really remember it, but it had to have been something like this. Don't let the outside of you define you, it's the inside that counts. Just somewhere around those lines. And I really decided to stick with that quote because everybody looks at me differently because I'm in a disability, and they think that I need like extra attention more than anybody walking would. And I completely disagree with that. Like, if you have a good mentality and you're capable of holding a job and you're capable of managing your money or whatever, just some of those examples. I'm not trying to single anybody out, but just some of those examples. I think that they shouldn't look at you differently if you can do those things. Like, if you have really good grades, if you're going to a good law school in the future, or you're going to a really good college with a good program, I don't think anybody should look at you differently. You just got to prove them wrong and defy all odds, basically. Who's your favorite U.S. president? Honestly, I'm not going to answer this one because I'm afraid that I'm going to get hate. What is your favorite word? My favorite word is Luna because she's my cat. And I love that cat. And a funny, well, not really funny story. It's more like a sad story, but kind of funny. So, I was looking for a cat because I needed an emotional support animal because I have anxiety, depression, and PTSD or whatever, and borderline personality disorder, okay? So, I was looking for a cat. I've been looking for a cat for a month now, and I couldn't find the cat. So then came across this funny picture of a cat, and her name was Luna, and like, she was really adorable. Like she looked a little skinny, but she wasn't. And I found just a funny picture of her posing or whatever. And then I asked the owner, and I asked like the people who were fostering her or keeping her, and they said that they couldn't take care of her anymore because they had some personal stuff going on. So I said, okay, I'll be able to take care of her or whatever, because I've been looking for a really emotional support animal. And then she told me a little bit of her background story, and then I said, hey, I can totally relate to that. So then when the cat came, I was excited, but I didn't want to get too excited since she had just gone through a lot of trauma or whatever. Like, a funny picture will just show you one thing, but you don't really see the full story. So, yeah. So, basically, and that cat is literally my best friend, and she helps me through everything that I'm going through, whether it's good, bad, anxiety, depression, whatever. Okay. The next question is, when you were little, what book did you love? When I was little, the book that I loved was, well, I honestly love Cinderella. Cinderella was my favorite book. Like not like the gigantic chapter book, obviously, but like the story of Cinderella. I've always loved that book, and I've always dreamed of being like her. Okay. 10. If you could create a law, what would it be? A silly law, it says. My Well, I'm gonna be a lawyer, so my silly law would have to be, my silly law would have to be something along the lines of like, I don't really know this one, so I'm just not gonna I don't really know, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Somebody keeps messaging me on my laptop. Okay. So there you go. Okay. So I'm so sorry. Like this never happens ever. Like people just randomly start messaging me. Like it's a friend from school. So yeah, basically I had to answer him back. So what was the best class you ever taken? The best class that I've ever taken had to have been involving my major right now at IVCC, and it was an introduction to criminal justice class because I was just starting to get into it, and I think that's what made me love it a lot more now than I was a year ago. And just taking that intro class helped me like grow into doing other things that are involved with the system. So like, if I don't get into law, I have a lot of backups, which I will definitely talk about later. Have you ever failed at anything? If so, what? I feel like that should be an easy question, but at the same time, it's kind of hard. I failed at a lot of things, yes, but one thing, if we're talking about academics, I have failed at college algebra, and I literally had to drop that. And I'm glad I don't have to take it because I'm not a business major anymore. That's part of the reason why I wanted to drop out of college algebra, honestly, because it was just not my favorite class. What's the best piece of advice you ever been given? The best piece of advice that I've ever been given was probably like, you can't let anything negative get to you. You always just have to be tough and just you always have to be tough and just be able to be resilient and move on, and don't let any negative affect you for the rest of your life. If you could speak and be heard by everyone in the world in 1 minute, what would you say? Okay, so I'm actually gonna time for a minute because I actually want to make it a lot fun. Okay, so of course we're gonna play it. Okay, so I would definitely say, hi, I'm Hope Stunkel, and I'm 20 years old, and I'm majoring in criminal justice, and I love criminal justice because there's so many things that you can do with it. Like, you can go into law, political science, politics, presidency, police officer, first responder, and I just love the first responder feel of it, and I think it's a lot of fun. And one piece of advice that I would give is to just be positive and just definitely be like yourself, and just learn to love yourself and love everybody around you, and find things in life that make you happy or whatever, and just live your life to the fullest and have the most fun that you've ever had, because in a year your life may be different, but even when life's different, just have more fun. And that my 1 minute is up. So that didn't really make any sense, but I just kind of wanted to make it fun. I'm not going to answer all these questions, by the way. I'm probably just going to answer like 25 of them, by the way. So I'm currently on question 15. Who's your role model in life? My role model in life is actually my caregiver, since I'm in a wheelchair. Like, I need help taking care of myself or whatever. Like, that'd be like bathing and just doing stuff around the house or whatever. Obviously, talk about that in the future, obviously. I'll probably be doing a lot of sit-down videos, honestly. But, my caregiver, and because she's just taught me how to be tough and loving and just never let anything negative get in the way of my life. 17. No, what? Clearly my brain's not working. What book or movie would you change the ending if you could? I don't consider this a movie because it's a Netflix series. I would change the Squid Games ending just because, like, it's just too gory and it's just like. I would change the ending of that, but I'm not going to tell you what I would change it to. 17. What was the last book you read? The last book I probably read, I'd have to say, it's a little, well, actually, it's not really that boring. It's my philosophy book. This is the book that I read last, and yeah, it is just my philosophy book. It's just like what Nietzsche really said, and it is by Robert C. Solomon and Kathleen M. Higgins, and it basically just talks about a philosopher who had his very opinionated ideas on like anything philosophy, and trust me, is like not my favorite class, so that's good to know. What were you involved in high school? In high school, I was involved in journalism. I definitely have always loved writing for the newspaper, and I've always been loving to write essays, so that's why I really enjoy journalism, because I actually wanted to be an author at one point, so there you go. So I was involved in journalism, Interact Club, Rotary Club. Well, I'm just gonna do like everything that I was involved in high school and college. So high school was journalism. I think I was involved in choir for a week, and I thought I liked it, but then I'm like, I don't really like it as much as I did in junior high, because like they actually prepare you for the professional world, and I just wanted to do it for fun. I just didn't really want to do it professionally. What else was I involved in? I can't even remember. It was so long ago. I felt like I was involved in something else, but I guess no. I think it was journalism and Interact and something else. Wait. It was never a primary health. I think that's it. I really have no clue at all. Okay, so the next one is college. So in college as of right now, I am involved in Ivy Leader, Rotary Club, this disabilities focus group, and it's a lot of fun, and I love it. And I was involved in the Putnam County Community Center. I do my own business, like making cars or whatever, and I'm actually going to do that today. And that's all that I can think of right now. What's your favorite planet in the solar system? My favorite planet in the solar system is Earth. What is your favorite day of the year? My favorite day of the year is probably Christmas, because I just love all the joy and all the magic it brings, which I'm actually going to be doing Vlogmas this year, so I'm really excited. If you could instantly learn another language without studying it, which one would you pick? I would pick Spanish, because I actually know a lot of Spanish, and I'm really good at it, and I took a year of Spanish, and I aced it. And yeah, if you could go back in time but couldn't change anything, what time would you go? I'd probably go back to, I would probably honestly go back to the days when I did cheer. And yes, I was involved in cheer. If you could take 2 books on a deserted island, which would you take? I don't really read, but I don't really read, so I mean, like, I read, but for joy, no. Wait, I would definitely take my philosophy book, Color Conscious. I would definitely take that one, and then I would take my English book. What's it called? It's like, I don't remember, but I just really like those books. I really like those books, even if it wasn't for school. Like, I would still genuinely be interested in reading those. And 25, what acquired skill have you always wanted to learn? I have always wanted to learn. Well, I don't really know like what I know what an acquired skill is, but I just want an example. I would definitely just learn like more communication skills, because obviously if I want to go into law school, I have to obviously learn like communication skills. Like my thing would definitely be like looking at a camera more for communication skills, because if I want to do content creation, then I just have to like practice looking at the camera and making myself more presentable, because I'm literally looking outside of the screen. And yeah, but I'm looking outside the screen for a reason. I'm looking at a laptop. Okay, and I think that's it. So if you really like this video, I would like to say thank you for liking this video. But I would definitely recommend that you click the like button. Um, comment comment a fun fact about yourself, and follow all of my social media pages, and I will definitely link those down below in the description box. And I will see you guys later. I will probably see you guys in the next video, which I don't know when that'll be, because like I said, this is my very first video, so I'm still trying to figure a bunch of things out. So I will just see you in the next video. Bye.